This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
Going to the air right away. Hooker. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Trying to find Jameson Williams. And now it's second down. You look at this Packers defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. As he throws there, incomplete.
There's a first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here comes Reed. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Ready?
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
In motion left, that's Reed. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Mustang 19. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Packers at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Romeo Doubs is intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. Ready? That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And this is good. It was running kind of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Adding some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team. And for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Looking to throw, Hooker. And this one incomplete. Too much contact on that one, and it's 3rd down.
That red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
79 Broncos. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Throw it, Hooker. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll go for it. Hooker. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, that one well designed as they'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Cougar 19.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Here we go, check.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Ready,
A short throw to Musgrave. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Shoves him aside. And they'll get him down, but he does reach the goal line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try to option on first and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Stephanie! Cup 19! Cup 19! Check! Ready?
They'll drop the throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Trap 60, hurry, go!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the corner, that's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL, but I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn up and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here we go, here we go.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Three. Warriors 70.
Hooker now on second down. Face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
18 Rattler.
Here's Hooker. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Punter Fox as he sends this one away. Shifts by him. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll send Reed in motion left. They'll run on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. Here's 2nd and 8. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that time.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Buffalo 18. Hurt.
Slot man moves right.
Dragon 60.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Reed. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards for number 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
76 Wolf. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground to time. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on a run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Ready, go.
In motion, right, Dobbs. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Bronco 80. Go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
In motion left goes Watson. They'll fake it on the jet sweep instead. A handoff up the middle. And he's going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll send Watson in motion right. On 1st down, Grubbs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. But they get back in the huddle. He's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of it, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Mustang 19. Check it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Carlson for the Packers field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this part of the season, and he connects on a field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
19 Lions. 70 Rangers.
The final shot before break. Hooker, he's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
Here we go.
About
Here we
set
go.
to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down Packers.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the
Let's go now.
they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready.
Here's second and 10.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throw incomplete.
It's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you get momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
19 tight. 19 tight. 65 can. 65 can. Let's go.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. Inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And to the races, down inside. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Christian Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Carlson on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Ready.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Come on.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Panther 11.
On 3rd down, Hooker. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Trap 50.
Hooker going to try and throw for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
7 Pirates. 18, Pioneer.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Warriors 70.
Here's Hooker to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
18 Rattler.
Trying to throw again here. Hooker. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams. 46 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Okay,
the Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins.
And that's caught inside the 30s. Touchdown! Packers. Romeo Doubs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Go, Champ! Go, Champ!
From the gun, it's Hooker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
19 Lions.
As As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
On the double.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Panther streak. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here we go. Check.
2nd down and 8.
Check.
In motion left, that's Reed.
Set up. Go.
On 2nd down now, Grubbs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Check match.
Looking to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Okay, ready?
They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
70 Rangers, 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw, Hooker. Pass caught, it's Williams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Hooker now on 1st down. And this is caught by Williams. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Now Hooker. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you,
you
can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Hooker's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Man, this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now the throw here, hauled in. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve. And
you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
60 Maverick. Warriors 70.
Here's Hooker. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against the top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Packers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.